I had been a member of the Wheaton Chamber when I was working for Marion Joy as their Vice President of Marketing. I was honored to be on the board and met many wonderful people. And I had also been coaching part-time. And so when I decided to pull the trigger to become an entrepreneur full-time, the Wheaton Chamber of Commerce was the first check I wrote for my membership. And I've never been sorry. It has sustained me through now going on 13 years of solo practice as a business and career coach now. And I really joined the chamber to learn. I think sometimes people join with the idea that they're going to get referrals, and they do it for sales reasons, which there's nothing wrong with that, but that was not my motivation. My motivation was really to surround myself with other experienced with experienced entrepreneurs. I was not an experienced entrepreneur. I didn't know anything about running my own business other than the work I had done, on the side. And I'll never forget, especially support from people like Mary Beth Moran and Glenn Keller and Rich Ferrari and people who had been in business for themselves for many years. And they gave me a tremendous amount of support, guidance, just encouragement. And so I think when you are up to anything and you want to be good at something, surround yourself with the people who are good at it already. And that's why I joined the chamber. I've been in business now 13 years, which is hard to believe. I say that with great pride and great humility. I joined the chamber, as I said, for professional development, but some of my most extraordinary clients are either chamber members and the result of volunteering and working with the chamber, or they were referrals through chamber members. And some of them I've actually recruited to be chamber members who've been referred by chamber members. So it's very much a community. And I think one of the things that people have to think about when they're joining a chamber is, and this aligns very much with what I do in strategic planning, it's a long-term strategy. It's not something that you're going to see a return on investment immediately or maybe within the first couple of years. It's like planting a garden. And some of the friends, the colleagues and friends that I've had who have either become clients or who have referred clients, that's been over the course of 10 years. And I'm not saying you have to wait 10 years to get a return on investment, but being part of the chamber, you have the opportunity to demonstrate. It's like an audition. You get to show if you're count onable. Do you do what you say you're going to do? Do you show up? And are you respectful of other members? It's really like a stage where people get to see how you do business and kind of what you're made of. And I think only over the course of time does that really then become an opportunity for trust to be built and for friendships to be made. And I have to say, one of the best side effects, I guess you'd say, of being a chamber member are the wonderful friendships that I've made. Friends who, we've been on projects together over the years, we've been on the board, or we've been in committees together, and I very much treasure those friendships.
As a member of the Wheaton Chamber of Commerce for the past 16 years, I have found a myriad of valuable benefits both in the growth of my business and in the growth of myself as a business professional. My business, Floor Coverings International, is a shop-at-home floor covering service, and we don't have a retail storefront. In the early years of my business, customers were pleased to learn about my membership in and volunteer work with the Wheaton Chamber of Commerce. The same remains true today. The association with the Chamber brings a validity to my business. In addition, the Chamber has always been a networking hub. We are in business to get business, and the Chamber is a strong promoter of this. Due to my involvement in committees, I have met a large group of people, many of whom I began doing business with, and who do business with me too.
I didn't actually join it. Our business has been around a long time, so we already had a prior membership before I started getting involved. But back around 1990, I was still a fairly young guy in my business, and I was looking to get a little more involved in the community, which I had really not been. So at that same time, one of the senior partners of our firm was about to retire, and he had a chamber connection he was working through, and he said, why don't you kind of replace me as our chamber person, doing chamber things. And And I said, okay, I didn't know any better. So I said, fine, how do I do that? And he just directed me to the then director of the chamber, Vicki Sabella, and I said, tell me about things I can volunteer for. And she had some great ideas, and they were looking for volunteers, so now I got involved right away. I think with the trade show was the first thing I got involved in. So, a lot of people get in the chamber and they say, what am I going to get out of this monetarily? And I think you have to look, for some people I think that's fine, but for me the answer was, we were already had a strong and established business in town. So for me it was more maintaining good relationships in the community. And what I really ended up finding out was that the people I was meeting throughout the chamber was really the best part for me. I'm sure I wrote some insurance as a result of being involved in the chamber, but meeting the likes of a Dave Hettinger, Ron Austin, going back further down Longacre and some other people, working on events and stuff was really the most fun, I think, of the whole thing, and the most rewarding. So, and then certainly you get some monetary remuneration from being involved, but I would say it first came the people and then came the profit. So.